Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. Present with us right now is the planning department with Lindsey Graham. And Lindsey, if you would give us an update on what's going on in your department, please.
All right, I think the first biggest one is that our growth policy has been recommendation has been made by our board, and we have a resolution. Who didn't realize that we had to do resolutions, so we went back into the resolution. It will be coming to you guys soon. We have to do a public hearing, so we'll get that timeline. We'll work with you on getting a good timeline, getting it advertised, make sure that we're meeting the dates, and then get it onto you guys' agenda for you guys to approve. Our subdivision regulations, we are hoping to have to our board at the next meeting. It took us a little while. We just want to make sure anything that came down through legislation was done. Told you should be here. And
Right on time.
timing.
Perfect timing.
Maybe no
You
time.
brought me dessert, thank you. That's my retirement dessert.
That's retirement.
No,
Yes, I'm retiring with Megan.
Yeah, right.
she learned about floodplain.
I relearned about floodplain. I was reminded.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just told them growth policies on their way,
Mhm.
subdivision regulations, we're gonna know, I'm hoping to have to the board. Now that all the legislation was done, we're still kind of processing what's going on with the water. I think
Yeah.
everybody is there. We were kind of hoping there was gonna be a good bill that came through, but
There was no bill that really came through.
We're still sitting
Yeah,
dry with the
and
water.
they
off.
say come January, DNRC is going to be doing letters again, but it's not the same letter, and so we're waiting to kind of see what that letter is gonna be.
Cause the developers now have to do a water study whenever they wanna do
Yep.
it.
yeah, they're gonna
That's
have to do that.
Still gonna have to do that.
Yes, yeah.
It's not like the DNRC can just write them a letter and say you're good to go.
No, and actually the letter is different than the letters that they had before. The letter doesn't mean that they have a water right or anything, so I don't know why they're doing the letters other than do letters.
It's gonna be an added expense for the developers if they gotta
Yeah.
do that study. I don't know what that costs, but it can't be cheap.
Well, and we don't even know what a study looks like. That's
Yeah.
all that the developers keep asking us, and we're like, well, we don't know. You guys are gonna have to figure out what a water study looks like. We don't know, and we don't even have staff to process these things once they come in, so we'll probably have to send it to Great West and pay for that.
You know,
Lindsey, when you say growth policy for this, are you able to expound on what that resolution is going to be?
It was just a resolution to pass it on to you guys.
Oh,
A
we had-
recommendation
yeah,
to
the reg-
approve
okay.
The
it.
motion was a recommendation, but you had to do a resolution
Yeah.
for that.
Oh,
from the
okay.
planning department.
Got it.
No, from the planning board.
Planning board,
Oh,
is right
yeah.
to the commission.
All right, to
Yeah.
accept it. All right,
Yeah, and that comes from state laws.
thank you.
Do we have to do another public hearing to
Yep.
pass the resolution, to pass the growth policy?
You're gonna have to do another, public
Public
hearing,
hearing,
and
another
you'll have your own resolutions with that, yeah. So
More
that'll be
public
coming
hearings.
forward.
items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
July is gonna be full of public hearings and resolutions. We'll have that one, we'll have the solid waste one, trying to think what else we got going on.
RMDs,
RMDs, yes,
Maybe.
yes, with any luck, we'll have RMDs as well.
yeah.
Sorry, Lindsay, what else we got going?
No, I mean, we said with water subdivisions have been kind of slow because they don't know. We have a couple that are trying to work on it. And, we actually have one that went down and he met with the people from, was it Broadwater, asking, what were you guys wanting out of this? And I don't think they really still know what it is. So we do have some of the developers and contractors are trying to figure a solution out. We've been filling a lot of random calls on just land use, what they can do, what they can't do. A lot of family transfer calls,
Oh,
still
sure.
getting a lot of those, and you can
Mhm.
tell the family transfer, you can tell. But we've got have a lot of those ones, helping with some different grants, reviewing them, applying for them, like she said, RMDs. We did help Boulder with Community Heart and Soul, kind of as a pilot program to see. We did the first phase, we helped write that grant for them to get it. It's a 2 years phase. Now Boulder's working on it. We're kind of guiding that. If that is something that we see that's successful, maybe we can take it to other areas and kind of help with the community development aspect. And then like Ladina's been working on the floodplain.
So we will be, there is floodplain permits out there right now that Megan has been working on, so we'll be finishing those up. And the regulations that go with them, we need to get those adopted, and it sounds like she's been working on that, and DNRC has been helping her. So we'll be trying to get the regulations adopted and then the maps. So, and I think they said today we're probably a year and a half left at the process. We've been at this for years. The floodplain, the floodplain maps take years and years and years, 6 years, and we're at the very tail end of it. So there'll be one more appeal period that we have to go through, and they'll have to have evidence demonstrating why they're appealing. It's not just because I don't like the maps. And once we get through that process, I think there's 6 months from there, once DNRC reviews our information, and then they'll be adopted.
We adopt them as a county then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you in that email string with the guy in Clancy about his culvert issue? Are you on that email string?
Which one is that?
I'm trying to think what his name is. Anyways, there's a culvert or something under the road that DNRC didn't take into account because it's too small or something, and he's like a water engineer. He's like, no, that culvert should be counted in the. So if that doesn't
That's
ring a
not the
bell.
stuff up there by the bridge with the issues, is it? that we
This is
agree
right in
with?
Clancy somewhere.
Oh, right in Clancy? No, I don't know anything about that.
I'll maybe forward that to you since you're,
Yeah, I don't know anything about that one.
I think Megan's in that one, but. I'll-
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Oh, we have.
yeah.
Is that it?
That's
Well, I
about it.
think so.
Okay.
The growth policy was quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big. I did chew off all the ones.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna have to deal with the building for lease or rent regulations, because some of the RV parks and mobile home parks came out of subdivision regulations and went into those building for lease or rent regulations, so we'll have to update those regulations too. So we've got
Got lots to do, huh?
lots of things to update right now, yeah.
Nice. Any questions?
Sounds like you're busy enough.
I think so. I was a little less busy before 9 o'clock this morning, but
Thank you for your time and efforts. Personal on that. As for the growth policy. Long time coming.
yeah. And the subdivision regulations.
Yes.
How close are you to done with those? You still got quite a few meetings to do to get those
No.
nailed down.
No, I just need to go, I need to go in and make some edits. I met with Ginger about the exemptions, and so I gotta clean up that section. Figure out what Bear wants to do with the road stuff, and then I think we're pretty close, and then we'll have to go back through and check all the references and all that stuff since things came out, but we're getting close on that one too.
Did they actually get any changes on the family transfer bill? Did they actually make any changes to that?
Just the fine,
The fine was all,
Yeah.
it just went up. If you
yeah,
got
the fine
caught.
went up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
you
nothing else
didn't get
really
the
changed.
family.
No,
the
no,
We kept
definition
it.
of the family.
That all went away.
Oh, good.
yeah, that all.
Good. Can't think of anything else, Mr. Chairman.
You,
You're doing a great job.
Yep.
Appreciate your hard work.
if not, then, we will conclude this meeting. We'll be adjourned.
All right.